What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina, where we are in April now. We are in spring is in full force. The temperatures we've been riding, as I mentioned on the last video, we've been riding this 80-degree 4 or 5 day wave now, which has been incredible. It's so nice to be able to be outside and chip balls off the mat in the front lawn, you know, with in a tank top and shorts. It's crazy to go, but that's North Carolina weather, and it may be that way where you are. The temperatures have just jumped up to 80s, and then they're going to jump right back down to about 60. So we've had these abnormal couple days of just super warm weather. Thank you so much for tuning in. The lawn is super long right now, so I do definitely need to put a mow on it. I'm going to be doing that here in a second. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to mow and then do what we're going to do, or just do what we're going to do. I think we'll just show you what I'm going to show you right now, and then we'll mow afterwards. But the pollen has been out of control here in North Carolina. The hood of my car is like just green, solid green. Everywhere I go, I feel nasty. Pollen is just the worst, man. I don't like it at all, but it's part of what God needs to happen. I don't even know the purpose of it. I know some of the insects use pollen and all this stuff, whatever. But as a human being, it's not fun. I think I've sneezed a couple times. Just the filthiness. Everything is just this nasty color, and it's just everywhere. You can't put anything outside because it turns green. So the lawn is probably, we definitely can't cut it 3.5 inches, because I feel like it's sneaking up on me, the growth. I'm not mowing twice a week. I've really only been mowing once a week, and I need to be mowing twice a week. I've got some new blades coming, and I need to sharpen my blades. That's something else I was kind of holding out for, but it needs to be cut. As I walk in it, you can see how much your foot sinks. It's like, man, the grass is long, we need to cut it. But I'm going to take you around to the front lawn and talk about something we did in a previous video, show you that update. There's an update in these areas and some areas, and then we'll show you just a spring mow here in April. So as I just mentioned, the lawn is definitely just continues to grow. It doesn't look like it needs to be mowed at all. If I kind of step back here, but you can see kind of the profile a little bit, that it's probably about 4.5 inches. It is thick. The spring really thickens up our lawns. And so we definitely want to mow this. But before we do that, I'll show you the after mow, what it's looking like. You guys have pretty much seen that here not too long ago. I did want to mention where we put the shady nooks. We talked about seed considerations. We put shady nooks in this corner right here. Doesn't get a ton of sunlight at different seasons. You can see how it is definitely growing along the edge right here, man. It is super long right there on the sides. But I noticed something that's pretty cool. Like, this has been very patchy over here. I do get moss. You guys have seen it. It's kind of went away over here a little bit, because I threw down, I've got in this bin right here some Scott's Moss X. And so I took a handful with gloves on, threw that down several week or so ago, and or maybe 2 weeks ago, before it rained. I spread it out by hand, just threw it out here by hand, all in this general area. And I'm going to tell you what, I've seen improvement. It's like it's too acidic maybe, or something with pH. I don't know really what it is. Maybe the moss is doing something. I don't know. All I know is I put Moss X back here, and it's really the spring. I think spring has also helped to thicken up, liven up our grass. We're mowing, we're cutting, it's growing, it's coming back to life. That's definitely a part of it. But this is looking way better right here. It was super patchy right here. It is still patchy right here in this area, but the moss is gone, and I'm going to continue to look. And when I see that mossy looking ground, I'm going to keep putting Moss X down and see if we can't make this look better. So just wanted to share that with you, if maybe you have an area that's super mossy. So moving around to the front lawn, we talked about a video or so ago about Poa-Triv. I talked about the green shoots. You can see a little picture of the kit right here, where it's just basically a foam action roundup, if you will. And Grace or someone had messaged me on the comments and asked, hey, can't we just dig out the Poa-Triv without killing it? Absolutely, you can if you want to do that. I find it easier in these areas where if I put the green shoots over the grass first, and as you see, we got Poa-Triv all over right here. It's just, there's so many spots. It's like it gets overwhelming. But I like to put it on these spots, let it die, and then it becomes easier to remove, and it takes that that chemical to the plant and kills it, and it kind of highlights it into a brown color like you see over here. And then I like to come back, dig it out with my hand or with a shovel, and just kind of, it comes out easier, so you don't have to dig a hole in your lawn necessarily, but you can do it either way. And so these areas we put, I came back, as I mentioned, I pulled out the dead and filled in with seed and peat moss in these areas right here. And you see this is still, I just did this one a few days ago, and we put some GCI turf seed in here. I haven't, I've been coming out here at least once a day. Yesterday I missed the morning time, but I got the afternoon, and you see our peat moss sitting on top right here, these little teeny holes. Let's check this one over here. This one we did on camera a while ago, and we have baby grass. Hey, it's the first time I've seen baby grass in this one, so that's good to see. But you can see right back there, you see we got baby grass, we got baby fescue finally coming up. As I mentioned, it took about 5 days or so, maybe 6, I can't recall, but we've had those 80-degree temperatures, so it's nice to see the little sprigs of fescue coming up right here. So it looks like it's finally popped, which is great. So we'll keep it watered. Yesterday, here's another one I did. Here's one we did a while back, just so you can see. This is one we dug out Poa-Triv, and you can see where I planted the new fescue. It's a little overcrowded, so I tried not to overcrowd it with seed this time. But over here, I noticed yesterday we had growth. So you can see in this hole right here, it's definitely grown since last night. Even surprisingly, on the bank right here, none of the seed washed out. Again, that's why I kept the netting up here. You guys remember where that video that says, what the heck? I pulled all of this triv out right here. And so we reseeded it. I showed you in person. This is what it looks like as it begins to grow. So we've got growth down in here, and we got a lot of growth on the bank, which is cool because I don't want this. I thought the seed might slide down right here. Just to give you another view of it, you can see the bank. You can see how it is a slope right here, right? So we're sloping down. So I thought watering this, some of the seed might run down and collect in the bottom, but really it is it's coming alive. So it's cool to see the baby grass right here to grow. It's always fun to watch this. And so hopefully this netting won't be a problem. It's going to be so low to the ground it shouldn't cause anything for the mower. But it's crazy that this down here has not popped like it has up here. So comment if you know why that would be. Why the heck would it do it on the bank when you would think water would run down? This is actually looking better than down here. So it's great to see the baby grass right there. So just wanted to show you that, give you an update on what we're doing here. So we're gonna mow this, and definitely needs to be mowed. It's got a little bit of dew on it, so we're gonna wait just a hair, but we'll show you, we'll walk through it afterwards and just show you a quick Wednesday post mow. We're trying not to mess up our baby grass here and run all over it, but show you what it looks like after we mow this thing. All right, guys, so here is, figured we'd use the drone. This is take 2. Forgot to record the first time. So we did the diagonal cut. We did a double cut from 2 down, 2 up. As you can see, the sun was out just a minute ago and it was looking awesome. And unfortunately, I forgot to hit record on the drone here. But it's crazy. I was showing in the first take of this how you can see those stripes there. But if we go forward, they start to disappear a little bit, but you can still make out, you know, it looks pretty good, right? And then when you go to the side and we turn, those stripes completely disappear. Look at that. All you can see is the up and down, and they completely disappear. No sign of them. We've only done 1 diagonal cut. And again, if we whip it back around this way, look how much different it looks. Wham! Look how they appear when the sunlight is crazy to make those stripes pop like that. So quickly, just showing you guys, everything's looking awesome. We are in full swing here in May. A different way to show you the mow. See if make sure I don't hit anything. I was pointing out on the first take, Miss Ferguson's trees right here are doing well. These are the bigger ones we purchased. Let me drop down just a hair more. You can see them right there. The ones with the white tag are the ones that she planted in place of the bushes that the deer keep eating. So they match pretty well with what we have. They're just not as thick and fat. But man, look at that view of the grass with the. We need some mulch over here by the in the center of the screen now. The Japanese maple. We move forward. We need to get some mulch in that area. We still haven't done that yet. But ultimately, man, the grass just looks phenomenal. I mean, we've done Flagship. We've done some 20-00 liquid fertilizer. We did CK and RGS last week. They got watered in by the natural rain, and it's just looking awesome. We'll drop it down a little bit and show you just a little bit here. I don't want to hit any limbs or anything, but the grass is looking great. Just figured this was a different way to show you the lawn. You see the 2 trees there. We had to go cheaper. We couldn't get all the big boy trees, so those are going to have to grow and kind of blend in with the trees we got on the side right there. And then as we come around, we'll lift the camera up just a hair here. As we come around, you can see we're on the back side of the stripes. They don't really show up at this height, but look at that. I mean, it just looks, besides the potholes, I really don't like the potholes we got in the lawn that we showed you earlier where the baby grass is coming up. But the lawn, ultimately, it's going to be worth it in, you know, a month or so. Hopefully that'll be filled in and it'll be looking a lot better. So the lawn looks great. I'm not going to hold you guys up. We'll go up for one more view just above, just to show you this is the time of year where we can really enjoy the mow, enjoy fertilizing, enjoy you know, getting Flagship and getting weeds out of our lawn. And it's a great time of year where our lawns really shine. And then here in North Carolina, the summer's coming, and then this kind of gets a little, we got to water, we're lacking water. So thank you guys for tuning in. I won't blab, I just wanted to show you the post mow with the drone. I thought it would be cool. So let me know your thoughts. Like the video. If you enjoy the drone, like the video, comment. Are you out mowing yet up north? Are you guys up in Pennsylvania and stuff? Are you seeding? Are you mowing? Let me know what you're doing in your lawn. I hope you're doing well. I hope you like what I'm doing here. It's lower maintenance. There's a lot less to do, but we are, as I mentioned, stay subscribed, stay tuned, because though this lawn looks pretty good, looks pretty thick, I agree with you, it does. We are definitely going to seed in the backyard. I'm debating whether I'm going to aerate or not. We're definitely going to be aerating at the project lawn at the church and doing some seeding over there for sure. But not sure if we're going to aerate, but we're definitely going to thicken up this lawn, do some more turf type tall fescue here in my lawn. So stay tuned on how I go about that process. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. So from North Carolina, Central North Carolina, God bless you guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.